Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today I have a little unboxing for you from a new brand, as well as the third of my 3 Patron journal spreads for this month. If you're new here, I have a Patreon. In the top tier, I decorate a journal spread for the Patron members once every 3 to 4 months. And they get to pick out the journal that they want. I purchase it and then decorate it to their specifications with the first Dutch door spread. So today we are doing a Dutch door spread for Nikki. She has chosen a comic book style, kind of superhero inspired theme. So I have a whole bunch of stuff that I printed off. I have a sticker book that'll go with it, and I have the journal that she selected. But first, she selected a journal from a new company that I've never purchased from. This is from Fossy, and they are international. I'm in the US. They are international to the US, so it did take a little while to get it, but their journals are super reasonably priced. So it seemed like a really fun idea to try them out. So of course I had to grab some other things to see what they were like. So I did grab a journal bundle, which comes with some different supplies. And then I grabbed a singular journal as well. And then this one is Moonlight Melody Journal. And this is the one that Nikki wanted. Well, she had a couple and let me choose from them. But I liked this one a lot. It's got some good foil on it. It's really pretty. Oh, it's got gold on the edging. Okay, gotta keep this box to stick it in when I ship it to her. So let's try to get it out. Maybe it won't go in the box on the way back. Okay. And this is a tight fit on this nice cardboard box. Okay, that's how you spell Fossy, by the way. We're gonna open it up here. Maybe we'll glue that back on later. Nope, it's just ripping. That's okay. I'll package it up nicely. Oh, maybe I can close that. Oh, this is smooth. This feels really good. I like the feel of it. It's like a kind of suede almost. I'm not sure. Very cool. By the way, the last video, if you want to go watch it, you can. I used a lot of distress inks, so I'm going straight into this video, so my fingers are still kind of distressed. But there's a little thank you note from Fossy inside this notebook. This book belongs to... And then, oh, I always start these Dutch door pages one thing in, because the dot grid, I don't like starting right here because of this seam. Look, they gave us 2 pages there. Well, I guess this one's still white instead of dot grid. I guess we would start here. Okay, so this is a tiny bit different than a normal dot grid. It's really hard to see. Let's see if I can bring it up here. There's a tiny little plus mark here to notate the middle of the page. And there are these little lines to notate the middle seam on each of these. There's also a tiny number 1. So that's actually kind of cool. So you know exactly where the middle of the page is. There is a pocket at the back, and this is at least 160 GSM paper. I don't remember what it is. It feels really thick though. Feels thicker than other paper that I use. But this one's the one for Nikki, but let's take a look before we start just at this other stuff. I honestly can't remember which of these came in the pack, but one of these journals came in the pack, as well as this cute little pocket-sized one. There's this box that says The Silence in the Painting, and it is 4 rolls of washi tape. There's some dot pens and some paper. So let's just take a look at these notebooks, look at everything really quick, and then we'll get to decorating for Nikki. But you guys know I love a good notebook, and I'm happy to try out new brands. So this is really fun to see something new. Okay, this one's called Flower Cloth Journal Dotted Purple. And this feels really soft. It is a fabric that they've printed on. There's a pen loop. Both of these have pen loops. Has a little note card too. And it's the same thing, except this one does not have the plus and little dashes on it. I really liked that in that one. It does have the numbers though, and it's got 190 pages. How many pages does this one have? Also 190. Okay, so this is the purple one. This is the same thing, but dot grid with the pink design. Trying to cut into this spot was kind of useless with the scissors. Sometimes I go into it with the X-Acto knife. I think I'm gonna do that. Try not to rip the pages. All right, so yeah, if you get the like journal kit from them, I don't remember how expensive it was. It wasn't bad when you're considering that you're getting a notebook and 2 notebooks and some stuff. But this is the pink one. Again, it's just the same with this nice thick paper and all of that. Okay, so these are soft color pens, 6 pieces. We're not going to try them right now, but they are dot pens. So you can do like 3 different sizes of dots pretty easily with them. I do love a good pen. Let's see, here's this notebook. Oh, it's got gold foil. Cute. I've never had a little bound notebook that is this tiny. I need to figure out what size this is. For reference, this is my B6 notebook, and it was the smallest of the bound notebooks I had. Look how tiny this is in comparison. That is so cute. By the way, Fossy does not have free shipping to the US. If you're in another country, they do have a host of countries they ship to for free. So take a look if your country is listed. But otherwise, this, like, it still is a good price, even with paying, you know, $10 in shipping or something. This is so cute. Oh my God. We can make the cutest little Dutch doors with this. Okay, this is being added to my R&D notebook pile, my research and development, where I just play with Dutch doors and make them, but I don't actually have a use for the journal yet. I have a handful of them. All right, so this is a 4-pack of washi tapes. It's washi paper, not pet tape. Oh, there's 4 rolls of each of the sizes. Got it. And each of them has 2 meters, so it's not that much washi tape per each one, but you get a good different set of them. They're kind of like watercolor florals and watercolor, just various colors that you might want. Very cute. And then some kind of art journal style flower paper. So fun little company to try out. The notebooks seem a pretty good quality. I feel like the singular notebook was like 24 bucks or something, which is quite a bit cheaper than what you pay over at Archer and Olive or something. And it seems like the quality is similar. They do have a couple different styles. So of course, as you see, there's this fabric one. There's this one that has the like inlay with the foil and stuff. And the Archer and Olive stuff are more like linen covers with the foil. This is more like suede. But I know Archer and Olive also has some different cover types as well. So just take a look. Fossy, super cool. I like them. I'm a fan so far. But now we are going to make the spread for Nikki. Get to that. I have these stickers that we're going to use, except for the happy birthday, to go along with our superheroes. This is from the Live Love Posh sticker book. By the way, any of the brands that I work with that I have affiliate links for will be down below. That includes Live Love Posh and Archer and Olive, which I mentioned. I don't have one for Fossy, obviously, because that was my first order. All of these images came from Creative Fabrica, which I am a yearly subscriber, whatever you call it, to, which gives you commercial use rights to certain images that they have there. So I grabbed all of these off of there. There are a lot of superhero images on Etsy if you wanted to grab some, things like that. But I went ahead and grabbed these there. And then I put them into my Cricut design space so that I could flip the images easily and print them all, you know, as compact as possible. And then I went ahead and cut them by hand because the Cricut wanted to cut out all these tiny little lines on their own. So I didn't want to do that. But it was easy to make it all compact in one place using Cricut Design Space. Anyways, what she wants is a comic book and style spread. I did one of these a little bit ago and it turned out super fun. So I did that in my own journal. But what we're going to do is a little bit different. I did a bunch of lines, which of course we're going to use some pen and create some lines, but I'm also going to create some of the boxes using these. I think it could look really cool. So I'm going to take these and cut them kind of into some various strips. Let's see. So how big is this? This is, let's start it here. And I want to cut this. So this is at 5, right? This is at 5 1/4. Let's go down to 1.5 inches. No, let's make it 2 inches, 2 inches wide. So I'm going to make a bunch of strips that are 2 inches wide using these different things first. And we might use the other bits as well, but I want to use up as many different kind of patterns as I can. Okay, so I want to get this one 2 inches as well. I'm trying to make sure that we get all our boxes a similar width. And so I want to make sure that I'm cutting this as best I can. Okay. Let's see. You don't need a big industrial paper cutter like this. You can use something smaller or just use scissors. But this is a pretty easy one to do. Okay. That's not a straight line at all. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Okay, that was 5 1/2. So go down to, no, that was 4 1/2. Go down to 2 1/2. Math. Okay, let's see. So the reason I'm doing all this at once is that I need to, I'm going to do 2 on this because this has some cool different things. We're going to do one right here. I need to cut all of these at the same angle to make the comic book sections. So I'm trying to do them all together. That's why I'm cutting these into long strips. Okay. 3 1/2 and then down to 1 1/2. Okay, right there. Okay. So we'll just set all those to the side and take this. We're going to have to do this in probably 2 different sections. And what I'm going to do is cut them at angles. So that we might have some matching angles when we're making our little comic book strip boxes. Okay, so we're going to call that good on the paper cutter. Set that aside and get into this. Okay. We are also going to need a black pen. And we are gonna start on this one. So we're gonna have 2 pages of Dutch doors, one going like this, one going like this. I think pretty straight lines could look pretty cool. And then we are gonna have some windows in them as well. And then these are also gonna form like parts of the comic strip and then lines to do the other boxes. So let's first take a look at where we might want this first one to be. I do need tape. We've got tape right here. So if we go like that, okay, that's gonna be the second one. The first one's gonna go this way, and we might put it like right here. So we'll start it there. I'm just gonna tape this down to make the basic starting point. And these, some of these are light enough that Nikki will be able to write on them as like a box that she, you know, writes in, which would be pretty cool. Ruler. We are gonna leave this like right here to show that's kind of where we're at. And I am gonna put another one like here. Just so we're kind of setting up our lines. And this is gonna go in, let's do that actually. Let's see, looking at all the things I've cut, I'm trying to get some of the different colors and themes. Let's see, we've got, let's organize this. Okay, this is different, but it's going the wrong way. This is different and would work. And we could do it here, but let's straighten that one. So, no, that would kind of run out of space. What about, okay, wait. What about this one? Also would run out of space, so maybe we just put one down here. Okay, let's do this one, putting it down there. And then just leave this one without. Okay. Trim a little more. And a little bit more. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So the thing that I forgot to do last time when I was doing the comic book style in my journal was that when I made the cuts for the windows that I did not decorate inside the windows, I did just spaces to write. So I'm going to put decorated ones this time. But so first, another thing that I think I'm going to like the look of is a black line to kind of make the edge on this. I think it'll look really nice. All right, so again, we're just getting the shape of this ready, and then we will draw a bunch of lines and decorate it and make it look really cool. Okay, tape. So this is one of those where you trust the process because it's going to take a couple of steps till you can see what it's going to really like turn out like. All right, we've got this one going like that. The next one is going to go in this way, but because this one's here, I want this one to be here, but the cut is going to be like there. Okay. Just make sure I get it on the right line. If you ever get tape over where you don't want it, just kind of rub and it'll go away. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been chatting and chatting and chatting and it stopped filming. So, okay, quick recap. Oh my gosh, we put this tape down and I did it on this side too, made cuts. So we have one cut going this way, one cut going that way. Then I decided which spot on these two pages I wanted the holes, and I want to be able to decorate on all sides with something. Then I placed down the rest of the scrapbook paper and put down this tape here. That's as far as I got. Now I am going to be drawing some lines in. You can sketch this out if you want. I also have this paper towel to clean my ruler so things aren't smudging. So for instance, this one's really easy. We can tell exactly what's going to happen because I need to line this edge up with this. So I'm just going to draw that line and this line right now. And you can see where that needs to go. So we are just going to make these be big boxes on these small parts. And we'll have to make multiple boxes on the pages that have more space. Every once in a while, cleaning up that ruler edge so I don't get smears. Okay, I'm going to actually turn it this way so I can get in really nicely. And I'm going to draw a line here. And a line here. And then I'm actually going to draw a little box here. So we're going to go like that. Then this way. Double check that I'm actually filming now, you guys. Okay. Whoops. That happens occasionally. Okay. So that's what the boxes are going to look like, except on these pages, you're going to have like 2 boxes over here. So we are going to create boxes on this one now, then go to the first page and all that. Okay, so this one will make the same size as this one essentially, and then this one take the rest of the space. All right, this one I will make a double box here, so I'm just putting a slash in somewhere. Doesn't really matter where. I'll have to do 2 of them for the 2 different boxes then. Okay. And draw another line right here. Okay, these ones are going to need to extend a little. Let's work on this one first. Oh my gosh, you guys. I went too far. White out. We fix it up. Okay. We can also white out this tiny little spot while we're at it. eyeball this one. Perfect. Eyeball that. Eyeball the last of that line and get these lines extended. Okay. What do you guys think so far? This is so fun. Such a fun little style to do. It takes a little bit longer, and you have lots of little boxes, which might be harder for you to write in depending on your style and stuff like that. But it's a pretty cool little way to do it, I think. Okay. And this one, again, we're just going to do one large box. That is looking so fun. Okay, so we are going to go ahead, and this is where this line is going to be. So I'm just going to go to here, into there. Just making up kind of a spot in the middle. And these are going to have like one of those slash borders again, where it's like sideways. So I'm going to go all the way over to here and then do this. And then we can connect the dots. Went way too far again. This is what whiteout's for, because it's a little tricky sometimes. Okay, I'm just gonna work my way down the spread to make sure I'm getting all the lines right. So then I'm gonna fill in these lines that line up with this one. And then we're gonna put something over that. I don't think I can white out that angle. We do have superheroes we're going to be placing in here, and not all of them are going to be perfectly inside the comic strips, guys. Because making boxes and then getting outside the box is really fun. So that's one we're going to fix. Okay, this one we're going to have another slash line. We're just going to draw the slashes first because I want them to go the opposite way, and I don't want to forget that. So we're just doing that first. All right. So this definitely takes a little bit to set up, but it's a really fun style. I love the superhero theme too. All right, and then this one we'll make just a singular one also. because there's just not a ton of space there. So I do want some good writing space. Because ultimately, this is a journal. It is for, you know, keeping track of whatever Nikki wants to keep track of. But for me and mine, I make it kind of like a diary, talk about my day, talk about what's going on with the kids, any milestones they hit, or something exciting that happened at school, or stresses from the world, that kind of stuff. All right, just one more little section of boxes to do. Look at this. This is so fun. Okay, let's get both of these at the same time. So one thing that you definitely need for this one is a ruler. And you could use your just normal writing pen, but honestly, I think that's a little too thin for the boxes. So grab yourself a felt tip marker of some kind. And I have one more box to make right there. Also, my head's probably in the video now, but I'm trying to see. It's a little bit of a funny angle trying to get this ruler to lay flat on the curve right here. It does not want to lay flat there. Okay. Another tiny little bit to white out right there. And our last page. Okay, so we are going to start it here, and this is going to have two. So go there and here. And then this one, it'll go there. Again, let's draw these lines first so I don't mess them up again. By the way, this one we are going to draw a little box for, but it's probably not super useful. But we can put a little decoration with it or something. So here we go. We're going to have one box that goes from here to there, and one box filling that space. So these, we'll get both of those going. I kind of do love this style. It is just fun. Okay. Just a little bit left, you guys. Okay, let's get this line done so I know where the line on this one goes to. Okay. We'll do this one to here in here. And we're gonna, this line's going this way, but that line's going that way. So we'll do it to there. If you're worried about messing up, grab yourself some whiteout or draw it in pencil first. But because I did this before, I felt like I could do it without the pencil. I made my moments of mistakes. It happens. But never has to be 100% perfect. Part of it is just the process of doing it. Trying something new, being creative. Oops. I did it again. Okay. Now I have that song in my head. Okay, white out for that little bit. Okay. So, we have different things and superheroes. So I had put them front to back in case we did any Dutch doors with it, but I didn't actually want to do that. So we didn't do that. But where is the one right there? We want something right there to kind of cover that up. So I'm just going to grab this and put it in the middle like that. We have a bunch of these buildings. So I'm going to put kind of one in every kind of page because we've got 3 of them, or we've got 4 of them, but we're going to put one in on each page. And then, let's see, we've got one up, one down, so one towards the middle. Do I want it in the box this time? That sounds good. We can do some of the images like completely inside the comic strips too. So we'll put it like that and then trim that. Good enough. There we go. That is cute. And now let's get some superheroes into the spaces. So we are going to have him right in here. And I think we are going to trim him to be in the box. You can use tweezers or something if you want to, but I find scraping with my nail is the easiest way to pick up these trimmings. You could also try to cut it before you put it down, but that is difficult to get the angle perfect. All right, so he's there. We do need someone here. I like this one for it. So they're going to be right next to each other. And this one's just going to cover up most of that box. It's just what's going to happen. Except I might trim just this side of it. Isn't this looking cool, you guys? Okay. Now, I do love this one as well. Okay, so we need someone in here. So we're going to put him here. He'll be inside the box. And let's grab, where did the sticker book go? There it is. Oh, I tore everything out. That's right. Okay. We're going to add first a little speech bubble. We should add speech bubbles for everyone. And then a pow right there. All right, so to kind of match this, we are going to add speech bubbles for the others that we've done so far, as well as little phrases, and we'll keep doing that. Let's use a red one because we haven't done that yet. Then add a boom over here. That's cool. Okay, we also want somebody here to kind of fill this. Or we could do just like a lightning bolt right in there and a snap. Yeah, that works great. Okay, we do need some more people in here though, like somebody down here and somebody up here. I forgot a line there. Look at that. Okay. It's probably about to get covered over, maybe, but we'll get it going. And then I like this guy, but I apparently did not cut him out the best. We got it though. Okay. We are gonna go right here, but not trim any of it. And then give him a wow. I don't really have room for a speech bubble though, unless it goes off this way. That might work. We'll see about that. Okay. Where does it feel like anything's missing? Right here we need something still. I like this one. And he does get a speech bubble. Let's see, a yellow one. And a boom. I feel like we should give him a speech bubble just because every character has gotten one. And then, let's see. Do I need to put another one in? I feel like it's pretty good, you guys. I feel like we could put in like a lightning bolt here or there. Perhaps, but like it doesn't really... No, I think this is done. Look at this. All right. Thanks so much for watching this fun video for Nikki. Nikki, I hope you like it. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. See you all next time. Bye.